Hello, hello. Welcome back. It is Dana. We are here doing Felicity, Season 2, Episode 3, Ancient History. So, last episode, we had Felicity and Ben broke up. Well, sort of. No, they did break up, but I'm going to go back a little bit. So, last episode, she and Ben are essentially happy and copacetic for a little while. And then Felicity's speaking to one of her advisees who's like, my boyfriend broke up with me, so I'm doing this list of things that I found in this woman's magazine. And she's dressing differently and acting differently and trying to get his attention and yada, yada, yada. So, Felicity and Ben is getting so the advisee says that her boyfriend one time made a weird face, and then ever since then, things have kind of been going downhill. Felicity's like, things in my relationship are going great, and then all of a sudden, Ben makes this weird face. We know it's because he listened to her tape to Sally, and she thinks that maybe it's love, and that freaks him out, and she doesn't know that that's what's happening. So eventually, he breaks up with her because of this. Because she thinks it's love, even though she's like, who's saying love, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, you did. So make a long story short, they break up. So then she tries some of the things from the article. And it turns out that she and Ben sort of get back together very briefly in a very casual sort of relationship-y kind of way, because that's what he wants, although it isn't what she wants, but she gets him by having this sort of casual relationship with him. But it is obvious that this is not what Felicity wants, and eventually she tells him that, and they end up breaking up, which made me so mad, because they imploded everything so that the two of them could be in a relationship, and now they were for one episode. But I digress. The other thing that happened is Julie threw a party at Sean's house, and they charged $10 a head, so they ended up splitting $1,400 between them for the party. And when they were out to eat so Sean could give Julie the money, it seems like Sean is sort of starting to fall for Julie, which Julie doesn't seem to feel the same way, but that makes me so sad because I love the both of them and I want them to be a couple. I was not shipping them in any way, and now I am a totally Julie and Sean shipper. Totally. Okay, the other thing that happened was, at the very end of the episode, Felicity decides to cut her hair for her. Now, I don't know if this is the big haircut from that time period where everyone freaked the fuck out and nobody was allowed to cut their hair on TV anymore. Because in my brain, I assumed that happened in between seasons and she just came back without any hair. And that could be true. She could have been wearing a wig, but it didn't seem like a wig. So we'll see if she shows up in this episode with ridiculously short hair, and we'll see where we go from there. So that is my quick recap of last episode. So here we go. This episode, Felicity, Season 2, Episode 3, Ancient History. Let's do it.
Previously on Felicity.
I can honestly say, without any sense of
Oh, that's right. He never wants to see her again.
I can't be with me like this.
He slept with somebody else. Yeah.
You just aren't strong enough to have it.
I don't know if that's true, but... And
So
here's
when I
her.
walked into the hair cutting place,
Yeah, where she was
I was
barefoot.
taking a leap.
It was so weird.
But I wasn't doing it for a guy. I was doing it for me.
Alright, so let's see.
Definitely. Wow, bad. I don't
Oh.
think it's so bad. I just think it's a different look.
It's
Like a new me.
That is
Guys are gonna hate it.
short.
What? You don't like it?
You look hot.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I need to see it a little bit more. Part of this, too, is that she had such pretty hair. But, again, I also know as somebody who had curly hair for most of their lives until I went completely gray and cut it all off, that it is such a pain in the ass to deal with. It never does what you want it to do. Everything, it hates all shampoos, all conditioners, all styling products. It is so difficult to deal with. And my life got so much easier when I finally just said screw it and cut it all off. If it gets any longer than like the length it is now, you'll see it start to curl up a little bit though.
Dear Sally, I did something drastic.
That is drastic. But I'm not sure if that's what she means. Oh, shit. Yeah, explain.
It all started with my hair.
All right.
People had these huge reactions to my hair.
Well, I mean,
my stupid haircut, people I didn't even know. People, I mean strangers, seemed to think I had changed in some major way.
Stops people on the street that they don't know to talk about their hair.
What's the next step?
Your hair looks amazing.
Oh. Thanks, Ruby.
Did you just break up with someone?
Well, yeah.
I love it. A totally new you.
That wasn't really the point, though.
I think I'm gonna drop out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the one
Alright, well, what was the one class?
Norwegian landscapes.
What?
What is that, Jude? Here, let's look at the catalog together. Sometimes, when you know exactly what you want, like you do, you can pass up some good stuff. So why don't we look for a different art class? Like, how about drawing 10? Oh, and Sherman teaches that. I've heard she's a great professor. I'd love to take that class.
So why don't you just take it?
God, Schwab.
But I'm not really that interested in painting.
Oh, okay.
You're projecting there a little bit, Felicity.
There is a class in here called Costumes of Tsarist Russia.
Really? That sounds good. Okay. I think I'm gonna see if that's open. Thank you. You really saved me.
Oh, way to go, Felicity.
And that's when I started to totally rearrange my schedule. There were all these amazing art classes, all these things I'd always wanted to take, but I'd sort of forgotten about. My pre-med schedule didn't leave room for anything.
What are
Uh-oh.
you doing?
Elena is not gonna like this.
I can see that. No. You are not thinking about dropping pre-med, are you?
I'm not dropping anything.
You are too. You already told us.
Yeah, you are. I can see it. I'm your lab partner.
Elena, I'm not dropping pre-med.
Except that you are.
Hi, I'm here to drop pre-med.
You're all set.
That was easy. See, college would be so much more fun if you just got to take classes you were interested in and you didn't have to worry about, you know, planning for anything.
I just found an apartment.
You did? Really?
I did down in the East Village near Tompkins Square.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Too bad.
I'm gonna go meet Susan, my new roommate, in a couple of days. Go get her first last month's rent. She seems really great. So I told her that I would move in at the end of it. I don't know. I guess you guys can start looking for your permanent roommate.
Yeah, I guess so.
Poor Sean. He's so not pleased about that. He loved having Julie around, even before she lived there.
Felicity crushed you. And Pizza Girl already blew you off once. You're down and out, man. Now, the best thing to do is get right back on the horse.
Richard, not another word, all right? I'm doing
Thank
this.
you. Stop talking.
Are you sure this isn't all just a knee-jerk reaction to your breakup with Ben?
Me dropping pre-med has nothing to do with Ben.
This could affect my GPA.
How?
I mean, we have a system. We work well together.
No.
The bathroom's not fully functional. Oh my god. I don't recognize you.
Doesn't my hair look good?
If you say so.
Oh. That's some bullshit right there.
It'll grow out, right?
No.
I'm just asking.
No, her hair is now permanently stuck in that, at that length.
Is this making you feel better?
I feel great, thanks.
Will you stop?
Alright, I'm gonna leave. You know, I was really hoping there was a chance we would work past this.
Well, we can't.
Well, I mean,
Obviously.
again,
See
Felicity,
you later.
I'll call you.
you knew what you were doing. And now that you and Ben aren't together, what? You just think everything's gonna go back to normal?
Of course I sympathize with Noel, and I feel terrible about everything that happened.
Well, you're not acting like it.
It was obvious that Noel and I could not be in the same room together.
Why is he in an art class?
Bridget, no tea, right?
Oh.
I'm
going
Guys,
to ask for your number again. And this time, just so you know, I'm kind of in the mood for Chinese food.
so I'm guessing Felicity will be in that class as well. However, here's Noel.
But then, turns out my past had decided to take an art class too.
I mean, at this point, neither one of them is wrong. Like, I don't think either one of them is like...
Hi, I'm Felicity. Hi, Bridget. Nice to meet you.
Critiques start Friday. They can be quite difficult for newcomers, so be prepared to shore up those fragile self-esteems.
So are she and Noel just gonna, like, ruthlessly pick each other's stuff apart?
Sorry, I did not know you were in this class, otherwise I wouldn't have taken it.
Hey, I'll call you later.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll call you.
It's impossible to know which computer to get. What do you think?
You asked Noel.
What about Noel? Isn't he Mr. Genius Computer Guy?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that a friend of yours? Can I please call him? Is he really Mr. Computer Genius Guy?
I don't know about Computer Genius Guy, but
Thank you.
you should just
So much.
thank Megan. She did all the work. Why are you shaving your armpits in the room like this?
What about musical instruments?
I don't even own a radio. That's good.
That guy's somebody. Who is that guy?
You don't smoke, do you?
Never.
He's somebody from something.
I've got allergies.
I'm allergic to peanuts.
No, that's great, Andrew.
That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to look it up as soon as this is over.
Show myself out then.
He doesn't look familiar, but he sounds familiar.
What's your problem? That guy's like the best of the 5 guys we've seen so far.
He wants Julie.
The hair threw me.
The hair?
Yes. I can't see taking him over Julie.
Julie is not an option. She already found a place.
We'll keep looking.
Okay.
Okay.
This isn't easy, drawing someone's portrait without drawing their face.
Drawing my hands was a good idea.
I'm a little freaked out about presenting my drawing on Friday.
You know, I don't think she's gonna even grade us on these.
Yeah, it's not
It's
that,
more
it's
about the
just-
critique.
I've never really put any of my work up for display before. I
Are you
hope so.
gonna tell her about
I'm sort of
Noel?
committed to
So you know that guy Noel?
Very well.
Yeah. You're not interested.
Actually, I'm seeing someone.
Okay.
Does
Maybe
go to school here?
you could just tell him that.
Is she? And actually, she transferred to Bennington last semester.
I'm sure if you tell Noel I'm
Can you do me a
dating
favor? Like,
someone.
let me tell Noel myself.
Oh, of course.
But if you just tell him I'm dating someone, that's the easiest possible
That must be
way
tough.
to not have to worry.
Since relation.
Maybe tell her you used to date Noel.
What, she was talking to Pizza Girl?
No, I
She's
guess
not
not.
allowed to talk to Pizza Girl.
Felicity's not manipulative like that, okay? They were assigned to each other. It's not like...
Yeah, you're at the
Oh,
creek.
Richard.
It's the classic ex-girlfriend sabotage maneuver.
I don't think it is.
Pretty soon she'll be talking lies.
No, yeah, I really don't think Felicity would do that.
No, I don't
Telling
think so
you, man,
either.
Felicity got to Pizza Girl.
I think you should just... Felicity should tell him
I'm sorry.
what
are
the
you
deal
not-
is.
Hi, I'm Ruby. I'm a freshman at Kelvin Hall. I looked you up in the student directory. My RAs are Felicity and Megan. They suggested I talk to you about getting a computer. Why don't I write my number down and I'll just leave it with you and you can call me later. I'll call you later. Okay. That'd be great.
Okay.
What is happening?
But just wait.
I obviously came at a bad time.
No, you didn't. It's...
Why do you still hang out with Richard? He's terrible.
And it bothers you that Noel invited Bridget to the River Cafe.
Yeah, only because that's where he and I went on our first date.
Maybe that's just where he
think that's what that
goes
is.
on first dates.
You and Noel are ancient history. It's time to get over it and put it all behind you before we all get old, gray, and
What the hell did you put this thing on for?
Come. I didn't have any tape and it works really well.
Yeah, I noticed.
It is
The
great.
title's like when Ben dies.
Oh, Julie, that was great.
Guess I deserve to listen to them.
Well, maybe they're working their way back towards friendship. I wonder how that's gonna go if Sean ever, like, confesses his feelings about Julie.
Everything. Breakups are hard. But you get over it eventually.
Yeah. It's...
Yeah, I guess.
Can you hear my stomach growling? Hopefully you can't.
It's now officially a week since my breakup with Ben, and every once in a while I get this feeling that maybe getting over someone you're in love with isn't impossible.
And then you see him, and...
Unless maybe you just learn to live with it.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you get over it. Probably a lot more difficult when you're younger and have to see them every day, though.
I talked to Felicity. Did she tell you?
No.
Can we talk later?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Felicity is not doing anything.
What did you say to Bridget about me?
What? Nothing.
You sent one of your advisors to me for help, didn't you?
What?
What's wrong with that?
Ruby. No, she was asking about computers, so I...
Okay, you know what? No. Listen, we are not friends.
I did not plan that. God, you're acting like I'm out to get you or something, no.
Well, that's what it seems like. I mean,
Okay, you know what? If us
Okay.
being in a class together is so horrible for you, maybe I'll drop it.
Maybe Noel should drop it, if he's the one who's having the problem. No, you shouldn't have to drop it. I agree, the whole thing is messed up, and you deserve a lot of what you get for it. But no, in this instance, if anybody should drop this class, it should be Noel.
Well, can I take another drawing class? What about Art 220 drawing movement?
Sure, you can take that.
Great.
Just as soon as you take drawing 10. Prerequisite.
Is there any chance I could take another art class?
Just as soon as you take drawing 10.
Like I said, Noel should be the one to drop it, because this is her entire life.
I got a cashier's check, and I just found this little lamp I thought would look really cute in my room. Listen,
Turns out I'm not going to need a roommate after all. My sister called yesterday and she just
And-
found out she's getting transferred here.
And
from
she looks
Atlanta.
like 35.
So she, it's okay.
Well, at least you'll have a place to go.
Bye.
Hey,
Ugh, you again? What is happening here?
can I talk to you for a sec? I went there and I tried to switch into another class, but they were all full, so I'm sorry.
Great.
You should drop
There's
it.
gotta be-
I don't care who your partner is.
Well,
And what
just
is the
tell me
problem
what
here?
we can do to make this easier on us.
Easier
It's not
on
about
him.
the class. Every time I see you, it's just another reminder that you chose Ben over me.
Well, there's not a whole lot she can do about that, and I get it, though. This is what she should have expected when she did that.
What is it about him? Or about me? Right, all I'm asking for is the truth.
I mean, what could I possibly say that would make things between us okay?
Nothing. Maybe if Ben was dying.
What if I told you that I made a huge mistake and that I never should have gone with Ben? That really make it any better?
I mean, it might.
You're just saying that because Ben broke your heart.
But it might make him feel a little better.
No. What do you want me to say?
There really isn't anything to say.
Nothing.
I mean, yes, this is her fault. Yes, she should have expected all of this. But, oh, they're going to like him, and then they're going to tell him yes, and then they're going to have to tell him no when Julie comes back.
That's amazing.
I don't know. It does feel like Noel's going out of his way
How's the omelet?
to sort of,
It's delicious.
You really like it?
I don't know.
Because if I get this place,
Not sure yet.
be cooking for you all the time. If that's okay.
That sounds good. Julie, hey. Hey.
And
You're going to really love living here.
yeah, Julie is just so sweet. Is she going to tell them?
This is gonna.
All right, so let's say she can't go back to the apartment. Where the hell is she going to go? I guess she'll have to find a different apartment.
I'm Noel.
I remember.
Well, I was going to order an e-machine.
Oh my God. No. No. They just lifted the design.
Yeah.
The The iMac
Has a
5.
512K backside level 2 cache and a 64-bit backside bus.
Does that mean anything to anyone else?
So,
I bought the iMac.
you're a Mac person.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Alright. I guess they can bond over computers. Is Elena mad she hasn't come back yet?
You're not coming back, are you? I told you
I
I've
don't
made
think
up my
so.
mind.
Me dropping out of pre-med is not going to change our friendship.
And you used to spend so much more time together.
Well, you need a lot.
I thought you loved medicine.
You love medicine.
I happen to be good at it.
It's pretty good.
You think?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about art?
I just-
See, like, it's such a weird place to be in when you don't love something, but you happen to be good at it. Which is somewhere that is the thing I fell into for a long time.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to figure out what it is that I
Who would
actually
like to
love.
comment?
Mostly it's just books.
I'll start us off. What I am looking at is two hands, which is
Okay.
the first failing of the piece. This drawing should feel like a composition, but it doesn't.
They seem a little flat.
I agree.
And the drawing doesn't exactly address the assignment.
It's only been your first assignment, Felicity. Don't lose heart yet. And Noel's gonna...
Whereas
Oh,
this drawing,
Noel doesn't want her to feel badly.
we are just observers. And there's not a lot of movement, yes. We don't feel like we can exactly reach out and shake these hands.
I think the detailing is nice.
I disagree. I think it's uneven.
He
This
tried.
area looks like it was drawn without any thought to detail, versus this section, which is full of perspective, which doesn't work at all.
Well, she did say, come with your thick skin, I think. Oh. Like, I didn't think she was gonna get, like, rave reviews, but I didn't think they were gonna completely, like, trash it. I mean, she wasn't mean about it. I mean, that's her job, but...
Thanks. You defended me.
I was just being honest.
So, dropping pre-med was a pretty brilliant move, huh? I'm actually really bad at this, aren't I?
It's your first one!
I told my parents
Listen, Sherman is known for being incredibly hard on new students. I heard she likes small classes, so she tries to scare the hell out of everyone, weed out as many kids as possible.
You'll do better next
Yours
time.
not so bad. I felt bad ever since I said that. I was just messing around with you.
No, you were lashing out in anger.
I know you said that you didn't want an apology, but... God, no.
You feel like
I am so sorry that
he
I hurt
needs
you.
one.
The
Nothing.
worst part is I completely understand why you never want to talk to me again.
Yeah, I think we all understand that. But the problem is he doesn't not want to talk to you ever again. He wants to not want to talk to you ever again.
Turns out Bridget's gay, by the way.
I know.
Wait, maybe the new roommate is gonna not want to live there, and it won't be Julie's fault. Something's gonna happen. Don't know what it is, though. They all kind of move around each other very well in the morning. They have a nice practiced routine. Which is not going to work when chef guy moves in. Why'd she get 4 bowls? There's only 3 of them. He really likes this, too.
You know, I'm not the biggest omelet fan. Yeah, me neither. I'm sort of a cereal guy myself.
Yeah.
Do they know?
Maybe you should stay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy. I really want them to all be in the same place at the same time. I don't want them to be so spread apart. Are you still an art major?
I've been thinking about it, and I really like doing this drawing thing, so I'm gonna keep working at it.
Good.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hey,
Noel's gonna give me a walking tour of Bleecker Street.
How fancy. I wonder if this is why Noel was able to sort of be a little bit more okay with it, because now he's got Julie? No, not Julie. What is that girl's name?
Thanks.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But I don't think that's necessarily true.
I'm a firm believer in the power of change. And that's the hardest part about moving forward, is not looking back.
Well, yeah, that's sort of what I was saying about her and Ben earlier, which is she was all like, how do you get over a broken heart? Maybe you just don't. But I'm like, it's very different when you have to be constantly surrounded by this person like all day, every day for years. I think it's very different than, you know, as an adult, maybe you break up. If you guys don't work together or, you know, are in like clubs or whatever together, you never really have to see that person ever again. So I do think it's a different situation. But as I was trying to say before, but I kept getting distracted by listening to Sally, I was wondering if Noel was sort of leaning into the forgiveness of Felicity because he had this new girl, computer girl. And that seems like an easy enough reason for him to sort of forgive Felicity because now he has someone else. But I don't really think that that is true. I think that Noel is hurt, and I think that Noel wants to be mad at Felicity. But I don't think he actually is. He feels like he should be, but deep down, he really likes Felicity and he doesn't want to be mad at her, even though she hurt him. So I think they're going to be able to have a friendship again. I think it seems like everybody's friendship is sort of coming back into the fold. She and Noel are starting to get along. Julie and Ben are getting along just fine. Julie is staying in the loft with the two of them, which is great. Felicity and Elena have sort of made peace with her dropping pre-med, and they've established the fact that their friendship isn't just about being lab partners. They are actually friends. The only one that we don't really have much interaction with here is Felicity and Julie. And I don't know what that means. I'm wondering if maybe because Felicity is now an art major and Julie is a music major, if they'll start to like run more in the same circles, because it seems like all the like the artistic stuff would be in like the same parts of campus maybe, so they'll run into each other more, and that can maybe spark some reconciliation. I don't know. But they really haven't had any interaction at all, even though everyone else has. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Now, all of that said, let's talk about Felicity's hair. Do I like it? No. But I have had that haircut at many times in my curly-haired life, and I hated it every time I got it. So it kind of brings back bad memories for me. But it's also very different because Felicity, or Carrie Russell, I guess, has this such a feminine, adorable face shape, and her features are just perfect that it doesn't really matter what her hair looks like because there's like no way of making her look bad. So it's a little different, but I can understand the sort of outrage, especially at the time, especially because like now women can shave their heads and look fine, and we have a lot of different hair care is different, styling is different. Like, if you were to cut her hair in that style today, I think it would look a lot different because they would be able to style it differently. So do I love it? No. Is it terrible? No, but mostly because it's on Carrie Russell's head. But again, like I said, I have had that haircut many times in my young curly-haired life, and it never looked good. So, that happened. What else was going on this episode? They looked for roommates. They're not getting any. Felicity, art. Okay, so the art class that Felicity is now in, and she's not doing well in, but it's only been one class, and I think she needs to give it some time. However, it's probably, I have to say, I think she did pretty well. For like the first time anybody really like critiqued her art for real, I think she stood up to that pretty well. And I obviously very much enjoyed Noel defending her against the professor, even though the professor was like, no, you're wrong, it's not right. Still, it's a step. And I don't know anything about art, but I knew they were hands, and hands are notoriously difficult to draw, I'm pretty sure, so I didn't think they were that bad. But I am glad that she's going to stick with it and not completely redo her whole schedule all over again because of one bad art critique, because I kind of feel like if I were Felicity, I probably would. I would probably be a coward and go back to the thing that I was good at, even if it wasn't necessarily the thing that I wanted to do, because I have done that a lot in my life. Man, am I Felicity? Oh, I think maybe I am. But this is a fun episode. I really enjoyed it. There were some good dramatic fights. There was some good reconciliations happening, and I think we're starting to move towards, hopefully, our characters all interacting more together again. We shall see. It seems like it's going to be an issue with Sean and Julie and Ben at some point, though, because it seems sort of like, obviously Sean is interested in Julie, but it kind of seems like maybe Ben is again a little bit too. And I don't think she's interested really in either of them right now. So I'm curious to see how that plays itself out as the season continues. But I think that's pretty much it for now. Hopefully you had a good time. I certainly did. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!